So if we know of any other opportunities for the Nighthawks to get out there, once again, how do we find you?
So we have a Facebook page, which is Texas Nighthawks. You can find us on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, which is Ted Brooks. Contact me. You can contact the owner, Jason Grant. We'll set aside some time to sit down with you, talk to you about what your goal, what you want, and we'll talk to you about what we need as far as players, advertising, management, whatever the case may be. Everything, we can talk about anything at that point.
You also need more physical presence.
Absolutely.
Where you're there and people go, who are they?
Absolutely.
You need a whole bunch of who are they. You know,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because the more who are they, the more people go, oh, okay, I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And also, if a youth wants to come out and volunteer, and they come out and volunteer their time.
Absolutely, they can come out and volunteer. Jason will put in the work, and
yes, we're always looking for young men, women to volunteer, whatever their talents may be. If they need community service hours, stuff like that, we take them. We have concession stands. We have people to take our stats. We have people that I need just to take action photos because we film the games. So anybody is welcome to come help out.
And you all will give kids volunteer hours.
Yes,
that's important to kids. You tell some kids you're gonna give them some volunteer hours, they will come and bring their little friend.
Oh yes, because we will do that. For a while, we had a local AAU team come, and their kids needed community service hours. So I have no problem doing that. I will sign it off. Like I said, this is a complete business, so I have all my paperwork and documents already. So if people ask questions, it's there. But I'm willing to give out community service hours.
Okay, your players, do they have to pass a background check?
What we do is
people need to know.
I do a background check, and how I do it is we have to, when we go to like different schools and work with the schools and stuff like that, I take the paperwork, have all the players sign it, and fill out the application, and then we send it up. So it basically is the CYS for the military base. Basically, if you can pass that background check to work on the base and stuff like that, then you're pretty much good, right, as far as, and then before we even like do our tryouts, doing the application and stuff like that, and when we're doing the waivers, I ask them if they have any criminal background. And then if so, what is it? As long as they're not long as they're able to work around kids, right, I'm all for it. If they had other stuff, nobody's perfect. People have passed, and I'm not going to stop them from trying to pursue a dream just because they made a mistake a long time ago. And that's where, that second chance. A lot of people in society, in the community, they try not to give people a second chance. And that's something I'm against, to the fullest. People made a mistake. Got you. But as long as you can work with kids and be around kids, we love it.
And that's important because people want to know. You have people who discount themselves first before asking. They won't take me because I, wrote 12 bad checks. No. I got a record for it.
No. It's as long as you can work with kids. If you can't work with kids because of that type of felony, then no, you can't be a part of this organization. Unfortunately, it's just I don't need that type of legal actions and stuff like that. But other stuff, I don't care if you wrote a bad check, just don't write me a check. I'm just going to make sure I get cash from you. But everyone is welcome. The more the merrier. We have to grow as a community and not as individuals. If the community is strong, that means everybody's strong. But if you have one person that's falling short and the community watches him fall short and not help him, then the community is weak. And that's what I'm trying to avoid and stop and trying to make the community strong.
Why are you playing with the Nighthawks?
Just one of the many doors that kind of opened up in a way. Figured I'd just try to let the man upstairs use me.
How'd you find out who they were?
I found out who said Brooks.
And how?
Well, at first we were playing with a different league, and then things didn't really work out. So he introduced me to Texas Nighthawks, and like I said, I don't want to give up on basketball. There's some complications that was going on. So I went for it, and friends, family was telling me not to give up, so went through Texas Nighthawks. Yeah.
Okay, good. So would you recommend it for other young men?
I do.
Good. That's important to know.
Yes, ma'am.
And people need to know, such as you. Are you the youngest one on the team?
No, we have Carter Williams.
Okay.
How old is he?
He got out of it. So, do you see any difference in you younger ones playing against the ones that are a little older?
Not necessarily, because even with age, there are many people that has many talents and skills. It just like how you can't teach height, you can't really teach age.
Okay, I got you. And I'm glad you said that because you said something different. I'd leaped across over there. I could have just stepped over and we'd be having a different conversation. There's a corner next to you. And we're gonna have to, step you over there for a little bit. Oh no! What do players have to do when they get in trouble?
No, what is it that he called it? Jungles? Jingle.
What is that?
But you touch each line of the court.
That is not good.
It's not.
I gotta think of something better. Come work in my classroom. No, they can come work in my classroom. I work with special needs 3-year-olds who can throw desks and chairs. No, but mine's throw desks and chairs.
3 years old?
Yes.
That'd be a new
So
experience for me.
That's 3 years old.
Yeah, so that'll be our next punishment. Y'all have to work in my room. If you bring food, they'll like you. The boys will like you if you bring food.
No comment.
Yeah. He said, you all will be fighting over the food.
Right.
You might lose. I got some
Gonna doubt
stocky
that.
boys.
I know, throwing chairs and tables?
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay, all right, okay. How many ABA teams are in Texas? I know he said she would ask that. Is that many? It is? Ooh. I wouldn't think of that many.
19.
Really?
Yes.
So do you all know each other? As far as playing?
Well, he knows everybody. He knows everybody. But I know because I'm the director, and when I don't have home games, I actually travel to the different games and venues to make sure everything is going great. So that's how I kind of met everyone.
So does the ABA, do you all have ownership meetings or whatever you want to call them, meetings where you all get together on that level and talk?
Yes, the commissioner is Joe Newman, and every year we have a owners meeting that we have to attend, and it's usually in Annapolis, and it's about 2 days long. So we go over all the new rules, anything else, any gripes, complaints, what we need to keep, what we need to get rid of, how we can grow as an ABA, stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So why y'all don't meet? Do y'all have a Texas person or just one person?
I am that person.
You're the Texas person.
I'm the Texas person. That's why we have actually phone conferences. I'm always reaching out to the other owners. And it's constant email traffic.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I said, it's a nonstop process. So between being the director, which has taught me a different level, you know, when you're the owner, you're just at this level, but at the director, you're at another level because now, you know, if there's an issue at another game, you have to kind of focus on that game. And, you know, and even when you're playing as an owner and a director and you're playing an opposite team, you know, the first thing you have to think about is, okay, yes, I'm the owner, but I'm also the director. So if there's any complications, it'll make you look bad as an individual and then your team also. So, you know, that's why I'm very strict on my personnel, my players and stuff like that to make sure they conduct themselves professional at all times.
How many Central Texas ABA teams?
0. I'm the only team.
Really?
Yeah.
So who's next after our area?
Well, okay. Let me take that back. And from Copper's Cove to Waco, that's all my area.
Okay.
And then we have the Austin Bats. And then in San Antonio, you have about 4 or 5 teams just there. The Seraphim, the Tri-City, Kyle Stallions, San Antonio Blaze, and I believe there's one more. In Houston, you have 3 teams: East United, Houston, Houston Red Storms, and one other team that they just fell off. Then in Dallas, you had the Dallas Impact, the Dallas Heat.
But we're the only ones here.
But we're the only ones.
Wow, okay. Pretty cool. So there's no one. So if I set up a competition, there's no one else for you to compete with.
No, there's always competition.
No, totally different, totally way over there somewhere.
Well, we travel. That's the great thing about it. We travel.
I'm gonna tell you what I was talking about. So maybe you can make one with the players themselves. Okay. Amongst all the other 50 million things that I do, I'm on the Bell County Child Welfare Board. What the Bell County Child Welfare Board does is we take care of kids in kinship and foster care. We take care of them. In every CPS office, we have what's called a rainbow room. You know, when a child is taken from CPS, they have nothing. They take nothing with them because they don't own anything. Well, inside the rainbow room is everything they need to start a new life. From diapers, from clothes, everything you could think of that a child would need when they leave the house and have to go to a foster home, we have in the rainbow room. If someone donated, if you donate one, we'd have one. But our room is donation. Our room, what we get from the room, we get no funds. We get limited funds from the county, but we get no big money to fund this rainbow room. So we always need items to go into the rainbow room. Always. It's like a never-ending thing because we're getting a lot of kids that are taken from their homes. We have a whole lot of them. On April 6th, we're going to host a telethon. And with the telethon, that's we want money, but also we want items, donated to us. Anything, doesn't matter. Like I said, you all could bring in a box of shampoo, but like good, great, we love it. But I wanted you all to compete with somebody to bring in the most.
Actually, that really sounds like a great idea. We do that a lot for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, where we, instead of charging the fans, if they bring a case of canned goods, stuff like that, you're in. So I have no problem doing that. That's a great idea. As long as we have the community involved, I have no problem doing that.
And we will put you out there as far as that with the radio, with television, and everything else. We'll put you all out there. We don't need food because we can't accept food, but it's any item from a kid from 1 day old, because kids are taken from the hospital from CPS. So from 1 day old to 17-year-old, and everything has to be new. The last thing you want to do is give a child who's been taken from their home something used. They don't want that, and I wouldn't want them to have it. But I would like to give that to you, and see what you can do with it. And just get with me because I'm on the board and I'm the acting secretary right now. So,
matter of fact, that's something I can actually mention to the ABA commissioner, Joe Newman, about this idea. Like, hey, listen, for one game, try to have all the owners do this,
Right.
Especially in our district and in our conference, and that could be something that can take place.
That's good. And on that day, you all can come and say here. We can all work together. But that's another way of getting you all out there, but also bringing you in at the same time. Because the more things we do, the reason I think we all have a hard time getting ourselves out there is because we usually stick to doing only what we actually do instead of realizing that sometimes we got to do things over here and things over there, and it gets you noticed right there. And we kind of forget to do that.
Well, I was waiting for another invite for when you did the NAACP block party. I was waiting because I was there last year.
Yes.
And I didn't know if you guys were doing the one this year.
No, that was just that one, the state convention.
Uh-huh.
Every year we have a state convention in different cities.
Okay.
So, yeah, this year our state convention will be in Missouri City. I don't know what the heck they're doing.
We actually going to be playing them pretty soon.
Ooh, Missouri City?
Yeah, Missouri. It's, yeah.
So I could talk about them really bad? I'm the state education chair, so I can call out Missouri City and tell them.
Oh, yeah. They're ranked second right now in our conference.
Really?
Yes.
Missouri City?
Yes.
Okay, I never heard them doing anything.
They're a pretty good team, but they just haven't played us yet. So.
Oh, that's what. Oh, so they're good until.
That's what it is. Yes.
Okay, so I need to let the people I know live there that they're only good until.
Oh yeah. Once they play us, then
that's it.
Yes.
So are the scouts coming to this when you play?
The scouts won't be at this game, just because we had our head coach decided to part ways with us. So right now we have a new coach. So I'm letting him get situated before I bring a scout in, because I don't need. When you bring a scout in, you want things to
be in check, yeah,
and not be kind of haywire. So they should be the February 23rd game, not February, January 23rd, I believe, or the 26th, I believe. That game he should be coming. So. If not, I might have him come to the when we play against the Japan team, the Gym Rat.
Okay. And when you have a scout, he's there to take the player from where to where? Because you're ABA.
My goal is to, if that scout can get him into the G League or NBA, that's perfect. Because that's just one stepping stone. If you go into the G League, that's a close stepping stone of going overseas. Going to the NBA. But most of the time he's able to help players go back overseas and pursue past that.
So when the scout comes down, do you say, I need you to look at player A, B, C, or do you just say?
Usually we have conversations, like the couple of scouts that I'm going to have been coming down. I've already had a few players already in mind that I see potential, like, hey, look, they can go the next level, this and that, and little bits of clip we had, because we do live feeds at our games, so he's usually watching, and then he gives me like notes, hey, look, this guy needs to work on this and that, and then so I just pull a player. I won't tell him, hey, look, the scout is saying this. I just say, hey, look, from what I see, you need to work on this and that. And then, the scout will come to the game. Usually I try to have a back-to-back game so you can see, 2 games with that player. And the team won't even know the scout is there until he actually comes down, introduces themselves, and then he kind of like takes the players that he sees the most potential, and he says, hey, look, I would like to sign you. I think you can do, great things. So,
what are tryouts?
The great thing about this team is I will look at anyone that wants to try. We have a workout system. Coach Gully, retired military, great individual. He's always available. And then this guy right here, Cedric Brooks, is always available and does workouts. So I put them through the complete workout, and then from there they give me a thumbs up. Hey, let's bring them to practice. If they're good, I bring them to practice. Then all the coaches will actually look at them, and then that'll determine, hey, look, yeah, we can put him in this rotation, or hey, no, he needs to work on this, and we have a practice squad that they can actually do.
So you don't have like tryout?
We have tryouts. We have actual tryouts.
You know, the date thing, that, you know, from this date to this date.
Well, we actually have tryouts, but some players that we get, like I said, we had our tryouts way ahead of time, and then we got him because he came back from overseas. So we usually have a set time, which is around August, when we have our tryouts. But throughout the season, we might lose a guy from injury, or we might lose a guy because he's going back overseas, or, you know, people are moving or their jobs. So we're always looking for talent, you know, and I tell all the players, I understand you have a job you have to be committed for. That's your money maker. Got you. You just understand this is a business. So, you know, if you start at this day and you can't make the next couple of games, then you might not start anymore. Chances are you won't start anymore. You have to, you know, come off the bench and work your way back up. But I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, look, you need to not work there and come to our game. I'm not going to do that. You know, go to your job, but understand this is the business itself. And I have guys that are going to be there constantly 24/7. I don't care if you're a little late. If you're a little late, that's fine. You know, I just put your name on the books and stuff like that. But this is the business. This is something where, you know, I'm trying to fund so it can take care of itself instead of me constantly going into my account and funding it.
Cedric, when you, as a team captain, what's that oh no for you? that oh no, just no.
It's, as far as what, players?
Yeah, as your player, because the players. What's your oh no, just no?
Not giving 100%.
Okay.
Now, I'm willing to work with people that give me 100% as opposed to talent. Because you give me 100%, you're willing to learn, you're willing to listen, you're willing to grow. You're talented and you don't listen, there's a threshold. When you're at that threshold, we can't use you, so we can't use you like we need to use you. You think you know everything, most likely you won't go nowhere. As long as you want to learn, and no matter how talented you are, what age you are, everybody doesn't know everything. So as long as you're willing to listen, give me 100%, night in, night out, that's a yes. When you come to that point in time where you think you know everything and you disregard advice, I look at Jason, I tell Jason, he got to go.
So Mr. Showman is not going to make it.
Who's Mr. Showman? You
know, the showman, the one who wants to play ball but do the tricks and all those other things while he's playing. You know, to be that, who wants to start out that way, not ease into it, but just bam, you know.
If it works, if he can do that and it works, more power to you. But I mean, it's still if you're Mr. Showman, you still can listen to. There's no one man bigger than the team. One team, one family. You can be Mr. Showman. You can be that guy as long as you're willing to listen to the team, the process, the plays, everything that we have set at hand. As long as you're willing to listen, you can be that guy if that's what you do. I'm not trying to change that part if it works. I'm trying to help. I'm not trying to change you. I'm trying to help you.
Because a lot of people need to know what the no is.
Correct.
I'm just not dealing with it. Because some people walk in and they think, well, this person's so nice. I can just do this. But I realize, no, that person has a no. Just no. And before people play, they need to know you have a no.
Right. There's always a no sooner or later.
Yeah.
It just matters when you get that no. How do you handle that no? So yeah, there will be that no. Like I have close friends on the team that I tell them no. We always butt heads, but they know I'm here to help. I'm not here to hurt.
Because it's important that people know that you have it too. Because if you don't, then Jason will have a team.
Yes, that's for sure.
They have some marshmallows playing on the team. How are you about taking no? And he like, man, she wouldn't ask me that one. Of all things to ask me.
After he answers, I'll answer for him.
Oh. How are you at that? No, it's not working. You know that no, it's just not working today. Right. How are you with that?
Giving up. I don't tolerate that. And that's one of the very first things my dad taught me. If you give up, if you just want to slacking around like because you're tired, okay, cool. We understand that you're tired, but at least try to put some effort into what you're doing, regardless if it's basketball, doing some other special skill that you have. I mean, just give it your all. Whatever you sign up for, give it your all. That's all you got to do.
So if Cedric says, no, that's not working today, you okay with that? No, yeah. If he says, if you're playing, you're practicing, and he goes, not today. Are you okay with that?
It depends on what he's saying no to. I would have to put it like that. It just depends on what he's talking about. Because at the end of the day, he's not my dad. But he is captain, and like he said earlier, one team, one family. And that's also another thing that I respect of this team, Texas Nighthawks.
But so what I mean is that you don't take it and, slam the ball on the floor and go home.
No.
Go to the locker room or wherever.
I'm pretty sure if I did that, I'd be kicked off. But But I do respect him because I am a rookie on this team. This is my first professional league that I've been in. So, in retrospect, kind of have no choice but to listen.
Okay, Cedric, you said you had the answer after that.
So, no, Henry does. I'm on Henry almost more than anybody on the team. He has a lot of potential.
Right.
A lot of potential. He's just raw talent. There's times where I just want to take him in the back and just, hey, man, we about to go at it. He gives me 100% every game. He's learning. He's learning. My patience is very slim. So I say one thing, I hate reiterating myself. I tell Henry will go pow over there, and he'll get in his little funks. He'll let it marinate in his brain. He might cuss and fuss and hey, no, I'm not doing that, man. Whatever, man. I'm all right. I give him about 5 minutes, let it marinate. He comes back on the court, and then he'll be okay. He tells everybody, I'm not mad. I know you're mad. But, he's one of those, you gotta stay on. And that's I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
With Henry, the sky's the limit. He's very, very talented. But the mind that's when professional basketball is like everybody's talented. Separates you from everybody else is your IQ.
He's like, I don't know who they're talking about, but it's not me.
It's all out of love.
Just all love. Tough love. We gotta give Henry tough love.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you all came on the show this morning. And I'll be at your game. Because now I know where you're playing at. Because for a minute I didn't. I'm like, what'd they do?
Like I said, Jason has pom-poms and he has mascot there. Which one? You pick your poison and we'll run.
I'm going to find you all a mascot and a singer.
Thank you.
I'm going to find those. Those going to be one person all together. I'm going to find that.
Right here.
I even would like to, if he wasn't underage, I'd say his name, but he's underage, so I'm not going to say his name. But I do know the kid I'm going to ask, and, you all might see him jumping on the ceiling or something when I ask him, because he's going to be like, yes, I'll do it, yes. But I am going to contact him as soon as I leave here, or contact his mom. And as soon as I leave here, and I know her answer would be yes, because he needs to be around some positive men. He has a lot of potential. But, if we don't put our kids in the right place, potential to be over here will go away and the potential over there will heighten. So I'm going to get them to the Nighthawks so that you all can mold him and help him out. Give him some tough love. Cedric will do that, I know, real well.
Absolutely. I have no problem. It's tough love. When I ignore you, then you worry. If I'm on you, that means I care.
Okay. I want to thank everyone for listening to KISS Community Connections at My KISS 1031. I want you to go out and remember Facebook, the Nighthawks. Since we're in technology years, we need to Facebook them and say, hey, we're here. We love you. We want to see you. Those of you who think you can play, try it out, especially if you're tall as me. Then really do try out if you think you're tall as I am. And I'm not going to say how tall I am. Secret that I'm 5'1".
When you're recording, we have to look over to the mics.
You know what? Cedric used to be the captain of the Nighthawks. When he leave here, we're going to lose the cap part, the CAP. Because we just we're going to lose those initials. But I want you to always remember, you cannot lead a positive life with the negative mind. We'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye now.